Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here for this exciting announcement that we are going to share with you today. I am Michael Chapeloni, Executive Director of the Pennsylvania Tourism Office. For the past 6 years, I've had the sweet gig to oversee the development of Scooped, an ice cream trail. But I must call out my colleague, Kelly Bonner, who's done a lot of the heavy lifting, our digital director, so thanks to Kelly. While it's true that Scooped is a lot of fun, it's also a serious marketing initiative for one of PA's most important industries. The dairy industry is responsible for nearly 52,000 jobs across Pennsylvania and nearly $15 billion in economic revenue each year. My apologies to Secretary Redding if I stole some of your thunder in your remarks, but
Say it, repetition's important.
yeah. When you come out to one of PA preferred creameries on the Scoop Trail, the money from your sweet treat goes directly back into the pockets of Pennsylvanians. It supports the farmers who raise the dairy cows, the workers at the processing plants, and the staff who give us a free smile right along the way. As we celebrate the 6th year of Scooped, an ice cream trail, we are also marking a record 42 stops. So when they ask, how many scoops would you like? You say 42. Now, before you panic, you don't need to run out and buy new pants to finish Scooped this year. I will reassure you, because you don't have to do all 42 stops. You just need to hit 6 to get the commemorative scooper. Today, we have 2 additional speakers. So think of us as a banana split, 3 scoops, which was invented here in Pennsylvania. First, I'd like to thank and welcome our host and the owner of this incredible farm that we are at today, Chet Musloom.
Okay. Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. Secretary Redding. So first, I am not the owner of this farm. The community is. It's a 501c nonprofit. And that's what makes us different, I guess. We're about a lot more than ice cream. So when I see these initiatives, I see the marketing, etc., but I see more of community, things for families to do, people being able to observe the heritage and history of Pennsylvania and how deep-rooted farming is in it. Personally, I have this desire to save small farms, and I see them disappearing, and they're just so important to us. So when you come to Hillside, or the lands at Hillside Farms, and hopefully you will, I hope you do a lot more than just enjoy an ice cream. It's pretty free here. You can walk around. There's plenty of nature to see. You can see the animals here as well. We're just hang out by a stream somewhere and enjoy your family. And that's the most important thing. There are environmental aspects here. We do things like riparian buffer zones to protect streams. We do education for vulnerable children so they can contribute to society in the future, or we're hopeful of that. But one of the most important things out of all of it is your family, and coming here and experiencing that, and grabbing ice cream too. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Chet. And now I'd like to welcome Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture and Dairyman, Russell Redding, to share a few words.
Good. Hey, Michael, thank you. Good morning, everybody. It is good to be here. It is good to be standing with livestock every day, and humans, but particularly the animals. My background is in dairy. There is comfort in animals, right? I always feel like when you're around them, they're reassuring, right? They're beautiful in so many ways, and I really appreciate being hosted here today by the Hillside. And as I think about what Chet said, really this is an important sort of community asset. Right? This is about where communities meet. We think of a lot of farms. This is extraordinary, but farms being that community asset across Pennsylvania. And today is certainly a great example of that. So to the team here at Hillside, thank you for hosting. There's a wonderful backstory to this farm that you should read, right? You should really look at the history of this farm, about how it was developed, the philosophy of Dr. Ayers and the team and the community that came together to form this farm, and all that it is encompassing here, as Chet has noted. I want to say thank you to DCED for the partnership, right, and to Michael and the team at DCED, our partners in tourism. there's not a better combination than a farm and an ice cream cone, right? It is a great thing, and to see over the years, 6 years running, as Michael noted, to have our trail develop in the way it's developing, to have 42 stops on the trail, and just a footnote that 42 happens to be when you buy milk and you look for the code 42, that is Pennsylvania's code, so you know that in PA Preferred that milk is produced here in Pennsylvania. Just the similarity and the coincidence of 42, but 42 stops on the trail. The other partner here, actually two partners. One is the Center for Dairy Excellence, right? They're not here today, but they are with us every day in the work that they do in the Department of Agriculture to ensure that we can actually, come together and talk about the significance of dairy in Pennsylvania. Top 10 dairy state. We have nearly 500,000 cows across Pennsylvania. The significance of the dairy industry, both to the jobs of Pennsylvania, as Michael noted, 53,000 jobs, 14 billion in economic activity, both direct and indirect. They are the reasons we can come together and celebrate dairy. And they're the reasons we can come together and celebrate an ice cream trail in Pennsylvania. This is not a trail that doesn't lead anywhere. This is a trail that takes you across Pennsylvania, and it connects all of these important community assets on our farms, but really great jobs in the industry, the families that are part of this. And they are the other partner, right? They are the reason that we gather to celebrate. June is Dairy Month in Pennsylvania. It's a reason that we come together to talk about ice cream and the trail and dairy here in Pennsylvania. But those farms and those families, to include Hillside, 5,200 of them, all of those families are individually owned and operated and family entrusted in so many ways. But they produce these great products that we enjoy all year long. They are great stewards of the land, and as Chet has noted, the riparian buffer work, the conservation work, the deep, very deep roots of stewardship that are part of our culture here in Pennsylvania agriculture. So honor to be with you today, honor for the partnership of DCED, the work of our dairy industry and the Center for Dairy Excellence, and particularly the individual farm families that allow us to sort of stand and enjoy this beautiful state as it is, to enrich our communities with great products and nutrition and animals. They just are part of what we enjoy in our state. But importantly, I think for all of us, it's not going to stay here just because you and I like it. It'll stay here if people see opportunity in it, right? And that has been really the thrust of the last several years of building this dairy industry and supporting it. It is a priority for Governor Shapiro to support dairy and focus on dairy and jobs and economic activity. But in all of that, we can come together and enjoy 42 stops across Pennsylvania, enjoy ice cream, whether you want the 42 dips of ice cream or cones or however you want to serve it is up to you. But enjoy it, enjoy the families, enjoy the stories that come with each one of those stops on the trail. Each will tell their own story. But most importantly, as we see today, it's about the people here, right? It's about the folks who make this happen. So congratulations to Hillside on a wonderful day. Congratulations DCED on a 2023 trail of 42 farms across Pennsylvania. So with that, I want to say thank you. And particularly, I should note the PA preferred, these are all PA preferred stops, right? That's an important piece. I should have noted that earlier. It's not just about Pennsylvania dairy. There's a lot of those, but the PA preferred is Pennsylvania's signature brand, right? So when you see PA preferred, the keystone and the check mark, you know that that's Pennsylvania produced and processed and sold here and produced here, right? The assurance that you have that Pennsylvania's brand is protected by way of that keystone and the check mark is important. Our PA Preferred team is here, and a note of thanks to all of you, particularly Ashley Fairs, our director in the Bureau of Markets, again, a key member of the partnership. So we've tried through the trail to connect our industries and our culture, We've connected the individual dairies that are in the business of producing ice cream and retailing the ice cream, that they are PA preferred. They recognize the importance of that brand and that connection to the local community and part of the state's brand. But also, we want to share that, right? We want to share that across Pennsylvania with all of the citizens of PA and the visitors here. We know there's a lot of folks on the trail who are outside of Pennsylvania. You're welcome here to enjoy this. So with that, thank you for the support of Pennsylvania Dairy. Enjoy June Dairy Month, and to Hillside team, thank you for a beautiful day. Thank you. Michael?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Secretary Redding, and I would like to echo his comments. Like, our partnership has been great, whether it be the ice cream trail or other projects that we've worked together on as a natural fit tourism and agriculture. I must say, I have been at the podium with Punxsutawney Phil nearby, but never a cow. This is Candy, I believe?
This is Candy. Candy the Shorthorn.
Okay, so before we get to the scoops, let me give you the details on this year's trail. So last year, as I hope you know, we went paperless with our passport. After all, you need your hands free to enjoy your scoops. So the first step, you can go to visitpa.com and sign up for the 2026 Ice Cream Trail passport. And then you log on using your username and password. From there, you'll see the list of the 42 stops that we've mentioned today. Next, pick your destination, select your scoops, and then once you check out at the register, they will give you a 4-digit PIN that will allow you to then check in to that destination and claim your first of many scooped locations. Once you've hit the 6 check-ins, you'll be eligible to redeem those check-ins to collect your scooped and ice cream trail ice cream scooper, which I'll note is a very important tool when you're going to have gallons that you'll be taking home with you of your favorite flavors. So with that, we would be happy to take any questions.
Is June Dairy Month just in Pennsylvania or across the country?
It's across the country.
Okay.
Yep, all across America. Thank you.
Any other questions? We can handle it. I mean, we. So if there are no more questions, Candy has things to do. Then we'll wrap this up and treat ourselves to a few scoops. Only 5 more after today, and we'll have our scoopers. So thank you all for joining us here today, and thank you for your support of this event. to finish the scoop this year. I will reassure you, because you don't have to do all 42 stops. You just need to hit 6 to get the commemorative scooper. Today we have 2 additional speakers, so think of us as a banana split.
Just so important to us. So when you come to Hillside or the lands at Hillside Farms, and hopefully you will, I hope you do a lot more than just enjoy an ice cream. It's pretty free here. You can walk around. There's plenty of nature to see. You could see the animals here as well. We're just hang out by protect streams. We do education for vulnerable children so they can contribute to society in the future, or we're hopeful of that. But one of the most important things out of all of it is your family, and coming here and experiencing that, and grabbing ice cream too. All right, thank you.
Story to this farm that you should read, right? You should really look at the history of this farm, about how it was developed, the philosophy of Dr. Ayers and the team and the community that came together to form this farm, and you know, all that it is encompassing here, as Chet has noted. I want to say thank you. Yeah.
Right across the street, I
The barn still 14,000 square feet is the requirement of the bed, but that's how we store them in North.
You're focused, right?
So you have
Not year round, so in the winter. Now and at the end. So go ahead.
Wrong person asked.
So go ahead, make them up. I get one too, right?
wow.
Sherry, might
Yeah,
come
let's do it.
here for something.
Sunday, ice cream trail.
Sorry.
Nice and rich.
That's super creamy.
It is premium.
Yeah.
It's like 14% fat.
You're right on. That's our
Right.
yeah, but chocolate always comes in higher.
I know.
So you're right.
Must be some green.
The way they're moving it, the way they're moving it. There it is. More 2 feet out.
Oh, good.
You have the kid, well, what can we do to make them comfortable? Like that's how you take the counsel. I'm not a counselor, you don't want me to
Yeah.
counsel anybody,
Yeah.
but we bring in professionals and use the animals in that sense.
Cool. So is this one of the prize bulls?
Oh yeah, from back in the day. But not from our, that's the Cunningham family that own it. I have all the books, all the
Oh, yeah?
literature, yeah, if you look it up, I can't remember the name of it. The bull they brought. So they want to continue to make hay. We want to use all our pastures for grazing, so it's a good marriage.
Pretty nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hauled in.
and they're getting the good stuff out there. Yeah, instead of bringing them in 42 at a time, we pretty much put what we could in the barn.
Yeah. And so is there one at each end? Or?
No, just this. It's not much. So we get a lot in the here in the winter. Exactly.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
That's good. So everything's dry forage, though, right, for you?
No, we'll start now. We'll take our second and